Hello viewers and welcome to another edition of Salone Stories with me, Memunatu Suma. This is a program where they focus on people where they engage in business and skill work for help improve their life and the life of society at large. Photography is one of the professions where they play an important role now almost everybody in life in this technological age. So today we're there with Dr. Wahid, where now a professional photographer and he also the double as a medical doctor. Hello and welcome to this interview, sir.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Okay, so we notice here too what you do. A word like doctorpreneur don't they in existence, and na possibly na a doctor and na a gifted entrepreneur. So in few words, tell me who that's now Dr. Wahid.
Well, Wahid is just a normal, regular human being. We go to the medical school, now study in commerce and graduate as a doctor. And me na somebody I like to provide solutions to problems of the society. Me na somebody where I believe in entrepreneurship because I get mama we na very good entrepreneur and na in line with this entrepreneurship business. Anything we personally do in life, you for try as much as possible for depend on yourself and we for able for provide solutions to the problems of the society. We not sit down every day they cry say government not do this, not do that. Except we find a solution for ourselves, and in finding that solution, it is they help in also empowering other people them, because the guys them we they work with we now a sort of empowerment we would only do for them.
So tell me what's lead to the establishment of this studio.
Yeah, basically the way this studio business starts, then they start in a funny manner, because not to something like where I may say I plan for do, but definitely I may start with graphics. Now graphics I mean they do, I take then graphics work, then I design, then I go print. Then later one of my party then it for married. So you been telling me say me a very creative person, he believes I go able to handle the camera for a wedding, something happened. So that's why I cover the wedding that I say, well, I think I sabi this thing. So from there I begin learn, I they go on streets, go on lion photo, go call people them, then we go rent cameras. Then from there, that was how I decided that okay, fine. If this thing has something to bring money, there's a way I can make money from it and also empower other people. Then.
So, from experience, how you could describe photography?
Photography to me, it don't become something like now like you keep the past of people, helping people to keep them, and like a fridge, who's how you keep food them. Then later, when people angry, you pull them now do for let them see them. The only person will go keep the history of where you small now a photographer or the doctor will born you, but definitely you realize that photography they help people to cherish memories. The memories you see we will not forget. It will make somebody not forget who side they come on, so that who side they go it go there in view of that and day. So photography really they help to mold that, and you will see the kind of connections I don't make from photography alone, and the kind of happiness and joy we don't bring into people in life, it really enormous. And I realize that this with the medical profession, it really they go hand in hand.
So what's experience, I mean the skills them way a good photographer supposed to get in order for establish a studio?
Okay, now there's some certain things we can like for tell people then. Talent is not enough. If finally you get talent for say, okay, I like this, I get the passion for do this. But the other thing also you need for learn the business aspect of the thing. Number one is very important. Of course, you need for learn under somebody. Be patient and learn and grow. These are the problem we get at the industry now. Some man they no one sit down, they no one learn, they just want grab today. You learn something for like weeks, you believe say they go set up your own. But then you need to be under somebody who they call a tutelage. You dey under that person, grow with them, learn from them. Then after we don't learn from that person, you also need for develop what they call customer relation, because this is not something we get for the deal with different manner of people every day. You go do something creative where somebody go like, another person not go like. So you need for understand how for talk to customers then. Then number 3, understand the business aspect of it. Waiting at the business aspect of it, how for no say, okay, fine, this little money we will make. Waiting will they do? Will they report important? Will they take that money back into the business for expand the business? Because how you get for growth, the cameras then they know they make an aya. Now overseas they buy them. If you know they save, if you know they put some money one side, you know go able to buy other one. So it's very important that you for get that mindset. Say, I need for the save for this, and that. Then also your people relationship is very important. The thing will go make you go before in this business. Now, how you relate to people, how are you able to relate with people, friends, and do something that way really different from what other people than they do, and timely intervention. When they snap picture, they want a picture fast. So you for be able to deliver those things. Because if you are not able to deliver as time goes on, you will just say people don't will come to you again.
So we learn say you get a magical touch with the camera. What make you young photos them unique from others?
Well, now you talk about having magical touch. What me just know is that we go in, we know what we want to do. That we know they get them right all the time. There are times where they make mistakes, and one of the things we strength is that we learn from our mistake. We customer complain about something, we not defend way for say no. Now we right. We look okay fine. How for please this client? Within they wrong. So we look at it from within of blaming we self force before we go out. So we have them processes there. Then we get what we call a quality assurance process. Like now we group. The moment there's a picture, maybe somebody picks something up. If now the photographer pick him up, he will relate with the editor. If now the editor pick him up, he will relate with the photographer. If now me said pick him up, I will need to bring him up and look at, okay, how will get for do this thing. And most of the time we can sit down and plan and say, this is not the things we will get for push on to. Then we look at people on Instagram. We watch other studio them na Instagram, na Nigeria, na Ghana, na overseas, and look, okay, fine, how they do this? We'll try for planner. And there are times we can just play around now, okay, fine. This is how we get for do this. Let's do this. Let's do this way. So it's continuous practice. We are not there yet, but one thing we will know is that we not believe say we know everything. We are ready to learn, and we always push to be better than our yesterday.
They emphasize on the process of photography. So now we want to know how people of Sierra Leone they get an benefit from this photography way they do.
Yeah, there are so many benefits. Number one, like the staff that will get now the number one benefit than they. We have a total of 14 number of staffs here. We started with just one, and we don't even grow to the extent when we start the business. I don't get like up to not 3 or 4 people. We don't get studio now. We don't come on under me, they don't set up their own. That's a progress. Then we get people, then we get family between Naya. We from these little way we they get Naya, and they use feed them family. And we get people, then we don't try as much as possible for impact in different ways, not only for photography no more, but me they serve like a brother to them, guide an angel to guide them in everything when they do. Then the other way the society also the benefit is that we make sure say we they do something where then maybe some man then they look okay fine this then they do a mobile under but you know dinner salon but we don't come with them. Some new things where then they do yanda we they make sure say we come with them. Like that camera 360. Now we now the first studio we first buy a salon. Where would they say I'm na Ghana, would they say I'm and all those places we come with Anaya so that people will able benefit from them. And there are so many other things we would plan this year, looking at the girl child. That how we go able land girl picking how for fly drones. You know, because drones are the new technology where people then they use now all over the world. How we able land girl picking them in those kind of areas. Those are the things we're looking at. And the community at large, we still are looking at so many things for this year. What we'll get for do? We'll get for do a raffle this year. Then we'll get for do something for the policeman them. We look at something where we do a day, we call them the cold water day. Probably we look at the policeman and where they did in our street every day. We distribute water all around for all of them. So those are the ways we're looking at for we'll give back to the society.
That will be at the end of the year or?
It will be to middle of the year and towards the end of the year.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know we go and know the kind of relationship where you get with your employees then. Okay.
Well, the employees, me not regard them as employees. They're my brothers and sisters. The relationship we get like a family relationship. At the other panel, like that, people then we now like we blood relations. Then we also talk about things then with the honor them. I know about their family. I know about their home. I know about what is worrying their life. I can always make sure say I take that as part of me because if anything happened to them, then nothing also happens to me. So
it will affect the studio in that.
it will affect the entire studio. Their health is paramount for me. I don't go be doctor than me staff they sick and I not able to take care of them. It don't make sense. You know, how you able to explain that morally? So these are people that I don't, and there's some things where myself as a boss, I learn from them. I learn from them every day. Even if I not go tell them, but I will watch sometimes, say, this person, this is not what they do. This is not how they do things, and I learn from them. And that's the way it is. It's a mutual relationship.
All right. So, doctor, you're not a medical doctor, like phrase, and you're not a professional photographer. Yeah. Tell me how you manage them two professions and they ensure say one not get affected because of the other.
Well, you get with him, me can say there are people where they do so many other things, but the reason why we not they look into them is because those things and the way they do it look like regular things in the society. Like me, I not be nothing but football. The time when somebody don't go sit down watch Arsenal game. Now the two things that I know more me know. And me guys they know me for that. The business and my medical profession. Though I take a leave of absence from Ministry of Health for a little while, for I just able to focus on the business and set some things up so that I'm more of doing private consultation for now. So, but then irrespective of that, it's not disturbing anyway because I don't get any other thing what they do. Now just those two things. Now they do. I know sabi how for play ball. I know sabi how for go na club. I know sabi how for go party. I know sabi do all the things. And some man they do 5, 6 different things. But those are just the two things I do. And one thing is that both of them there are ways where they collide. Number one, client relationship is just the same way they talk to patients. How you talk to your patient, not the same way they talk to your client. How you the main patient, not the same way you want snap picking, you will know say okay fine, this now for cooks this picking and do that thing and this principle of lighting and everything what they do, it inside physics. So I can even say a doctor said a better photographer than somebody who just not go to medical school because you don't learn those basic things. So it doesn't affect in any way.
How you go define success as a photographer from experience?
Well, me, I'm not successful yet, so I'm not gonna really know how to describe the success. But success for me, it's a thing of the mind. Success now, how for me is like how have you look at yourself, always set timeline for yourself. 5-year timeline. Say after 5 years, am I where I was 5 years ago? Who's I day now? You look at it. That is success for me. If you started with 1 camera and you expand to 4 cameras, that's success for me. If you come with 1 staff and at the end of the day you're able to expand to 14 staff, that's a success for me. So success now individual perception. So it mean the way me they see them, it different from the way other person they see them. But one thing is that every growth is growth, irrespective of the time we take. If you look at it that way, was our day last year, not today, our day today, that is success.
So for many, consistency is a big challenge for me. They together with the work within they do because of so many challenges within the face. So as for you, challenges where you don't they face and how you don't they say they able for tackle them challenges then they.
Yeah, well for me there are so many challenges. Number one, it's the challenges where every average business and salon they face. Number one, you talk about the economy. Of course, because the economy is not steady, sometimes they have things that affect your business. Dollar rise, fuel go up, all that thing and they affect the business. Then lack of support. There are so many things in this industry, so many young guys that will believe that maybe an NGO, a ministry can go able to support and put money for logo. We can even go do training even for people in our upline and let them pick in and know what it is to be creative. Creativity doesn't limit only to camera, but camera is just one means to be creative. So then na setback. Then the third one is the issue of course the manpower. Of course, being lucky in my own way is that we've been able to be blessed with people that we dedicated to the job. But there are instances whereby you get people that maybe like a daisical attitude to work, or then just not they take work serious. Of course, it affect the entire thing. Then the mentality, let somebody they believe so okay, one person they make money. You understand? Not realizing that you the parents, you they do this. If they do that day, you just see money, then you believe, okay, this person, this is how it's done, then I want to go set up my own. Then you go set up your own. At the end of the day, you just begin get boku in the country, and there's no one big thing that we can build together and say, yes, we're able to build an institution. So that day alone, it really, they affect this thing.
Yeah. The photo studios then at the country don't boku, and
yeah.
it will be very unique if they all come together for establish one.
No, not that it will be if they all come together for establishment, but at least learn the rope, learn it very well. Not to say you will just go because, not say because I deal with somebody 1 month, because me and that person get issue, at the end of the day I just go set up my own. You set up your own, then you not really grow through the pattern of how you they grow. At the end of the day, you just begin get pockets of this thing all over, and you know go able to build that institution. And what I mean by institution, where you see media companies all over the world, where you see what thing then they do. Some cameras and they when they issue music video, we not get an aya. But let's say if people pull resources together, you know, if you say we able get them, if we able get a whole building whereby we know say we they do training, we get side where you able shoot a whole movie, and then they will go buy one big land at Big Water or number 2. It's a whole progress. But a lot of people are not thinking in that light. Then another one is the issue of rent. Most of the rent now, then they charge in dollars. You see how somebody where they start today, how you expect let that person get that money there? And the dollar rate, the way they go up, that means the landlord not is the rent, but the money they go up. So at the end of the day, it keeps affecting you.
Okay, so a creative media entity like you go require a good customer service. So what do you think for saying are the best aspect of customer service?
To me, customer service now you say self get for look at you have to make sure you do an interview and know the correct person where they put. Then after we know the correct person, develop rules of customer relations where they get. Me, I take me time and teach me young person this is how this is done. Smile can change a whole lot of things. Like somebody you pick the corner, you say hello and hello. Those are two different things. So the way where you they talk, it matter, and the way where you discuss with people, it matter. Like you way you message me now WhatsApp, you introduced yourself, which is unusual. Some people don't know say that introduction it means a lot. Some man will just send you message no more. You know, Sabi, you don't introduce yourself. How do I know you? So then little things them are very important. Customers can always they are different. Some man go calm, then go vex, they go make now you need for lender patience and where you they work as a boss. Now trial and error. It's not as if you will get them straight away. When you watch this person, you realize that this person not really sabi talk to client. Better let you change and put them other side. Also, you know say this person will function better. And you keep training and teaching.
Dr. Wahid, every day we get new updates about photography. How you they ensure say you studio they up to date with the latest updates and where they come up?
So what me they do now is that like I've been cut off the internet for all man because I was like then you know they make clear work. But later I realized I talked with one of the chief editors. They say you'll find because they can really help. So ours is just internet. The moment there's internet, everybody has that right. You will see themselves then go discover something. They'll tell me, hey boss man, this is not what we discover. This is not how we feel so we for do things. Other person will come and also me too. I take my time and also look at it. Okay, fine. This is how things are done. And upgrades they are online. You see them if they register, then will pop up now email and then will send you the updates there.
Alright, so we round up now and we go on for make you tell me how you plan for see this Infinity creative media platform in the next 5 years.
Okay, yeah. Number one, me now somebody way I can always say Sierra Leone has given me so much. Sierra Leone has really helped me so many ways in my life. Sierra Leone give me education. Dr. Watan today na Salone give me the certificate for say okay you are worthy to be called a doctor. So to me, I see everything that happens in Sierra Leone as something that I need to give back to this country because I see things every day. I can see the bobo them, the guys them in the street, and I know that these people are creative. Waiting they just need not just that push and that inspiration. So to me, Infinity Creative Media now that template for low we use for push. I see Infinity in the next 5 years to be a big media establishment with well known internationally and where they employ as many people and also do training for so many people in the country. I see it as a blessing to so many people in the country, and I believe that in the next 5 years we own media empire where will be a place where we pay for we self personally and is a source of inspiration for media, private media business in the country.
Okay, so viewers will watch you and many youths them out there. Which message you go left out to them?
Okay, the message for the youths them, as I can always say, never give up. They say no matter how things end day right now, you should not think about the now, think about the future. Then there's also something where they call delayed gratification. Now for learn for how for work for people and give you effort to everything way they do now. Things sometimes might not look good now, but anything way they do, it's always good for the future. You don't go know that time with me start, I not get studio, I not even get a place. I they go na street, I they go now and lion photo, lens cameras 200,000, 500,000, then I rush go, I go snap, then I rush go na class back. Then you know that time and we start the stay safe now. Before they say Eastern Police, before I go na Congoton. But then Usa then one room have been used. But then I strived and make sure that everything what they gather, I had that my vision intact and I kept pushing. So the most important thing, don't ever give up. Whatever the situation you're facing, now for the future. So not ever give up. Everything keep pushing and keep doing your best.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, that's been Dr. Wahid Awonoga, the CEO for Infinity Creative Media, and in the advise every youth out there, whether into school or business or any skill work whether they do, for make them persevere and be patient till they're able to succeed. So till we meet again for bringing on an other exclusive interview na Salone Stories. Mina Memunatu Suma and we say tata.